welcome, my beautiful souls. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, actually. You guys are right. It's a welcome back, isn't it? Hello, hi, Agnieszka, hi, Francesca, Jennifer, Amy, Misty. Hello, everybody. Let me just connect to the other platform as well, so that we're all in. We're all in. Perfect. Okay, all good. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sharon, Eliza, Elizabeth. Hello. Happy Cancer season. Happy Cancer season. Happy summer. I am so excited. If you don't know, but I'm sure you do because I say this all the time. But hello, Alyssa and Sandy. It is also my season. Cancer season is also my season. It's my birthday season as well, and I'm super excited. Sandy, it's the first time. Welcome, Sandy. We love you already. We love you already. Deidre and Mama Anna are here. Michelle, hello. Christina. July 20th, Agnieszka, for me is July 12th. Elena, hello. Anna again. July 12th, Deidre, beautiful. There you go. I love it. So many Cancerians. July 20th, July 8th. Look at that. All of the moon children. All of the moon children. I love us so much. I love us so much. Anyways, obviously biased, but you know, one is allowed to love their own season, I think. One is allowed to love their own season. All right, well, welcome back. Welcome back, my beautiful souls. I am so happy to have you. I'm so happy to be doing this. I love that we introduced the astrology season workshops, because I feel like we were going into the astrology season during the moon ceremonies, but I felt like it was actually worth giving them a little bit more space. So I'm excited to share everything about Cancer season with you today. We are going through some Cancer season energy. We're going to see how to harness the energy. So first of all, we're going to have a look at what Cancer season is about. Then we're going to see how to harness the energy. We're going to have a look at planetary transits. And then we've got, as usual, some reflections and journal prompts for you. We're going to do a card pull, and I have forgotten my Moonchild Tarot in the other room, so I'm going to use the normal tarot for the card pull. But here we go. Jennifer, April, hello, Julia. Just put your baby. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you can have a little bit of a mama moment for yourself, because actually that's what Cancer season is all about. You know, that's what it's all about. It's about the nurturing. So if you are here for the first time, my name is Gloria. I am so happy that you're here. I'm a spiritual medium, intuitive development teacher, Akashic record guide, coach, self-taught astrologer, all of the things, you guys. There's one thing that I really care about, though. Hello, Patricia. Hello. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Yours is tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, darling. So, above all, I care about people coming home to themselves. I care about people healing in such a way that they feel confident in being their most authentic, and that they feel free in being their most authentic, because I believe that a world made out of this is a world that is in peace, is a world that is tolerant, is a world that is compassionate, and is a world that is supportive. And ultimately, honestly, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see in this beautiful planet of ours. So here we are. Everything that I do has this purpose behind it. And we do many things, you know. Astrology workshops are just one of the things that we do, but we also do moon ceremonies, we do mediumship sessions. If you were connected with us just half an hour ago, we just finished one of the energy readings sessions. We've got loads of stuff, you guys. If you want to give us a follow and look at all of the live events that we do, we're very present. We do at least 2 or 3 live events today, every week. So we're here. Hello, Iris. Hello, Brittany. Welcome. Your grandma's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday. Oh, bless her. Giving a big hug to your grandma. Sadie, hello. Caitlin, hi. Hello, Lorette as well. All right, so this is what we're going to do today. Are we all good? Hello again. I know, Michelle. I love it. Bless you. Okay, so let's dive into it. Shall we dive in? There's a lot to discuss, especially about the planetary transits, you guys, because this month is interesting. It's very, very interesting, okay? I always find Cancer season very powerful because, hello again, Nikolaya, and Cindy, happy birthday for Saturday as well, right on the summer solstice. I love it. Are you a Cancerian or a Gemini, Cindy? You're concerned because when you're on the cusp, it depends on the time that you were born, yeah? Yeah, you're still a Gemini, you see? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, happy birthday for last week. Happy birthday. Okay, so let's dive into this. This is a very interesting season, okay? It's a very interesting season. I always find that Cancer season has such a huge potential because of the themes that it covers. And I really feel like it's, well, we'll see. We'll talk about it. If this is your first time with us and you see me reading, yes, I am. I've got notes because I want to give you all of the info that I can give you. Honestly, I just want to give you everything. So let's talk about Cancer season. So Cancer season, Cancer is a feminine energy, feminine sign, feminine energy, water, cardinal energy. We'll talk about that in a second. And ruled by the moon. The planet of emotion, intuition, the planet of the subconscious. We do many moon ceremonies. We do moon ceremonies every new moon and every full moon in this community. So you know very well what the moon stands for. But yes, it's intuition, it's emotion, and is most of all the subconscious, right? So in astrology, the moon is the part that only us see about ourselves, so it's the inner world, okay? And Cancer is ruled by this beautiful planet, and it makes it a very, very interesting and very powerful season because of that. Because obviously if you've attended the moon ceremonies, you know, we always say it, we work with the moon, because working with the moon means affecting the straight away the subconscious, which is what influences out, which is what dictates the life that we live, right? 95% of our life is dictated by the subconscious, and this is the season of it. Okay, so it's a very powerful season, very, very powerful season, very powerful energy to be working with. And we'll talk about this season now, and then tomorrow we have the new moon ceremony. We'll talk about that, the intentions, what we can do with that specific new moon. So today, remember that we're talking about the whole season. So this is what we can expect for this month, okay? For the whole month. So I want to touch on the fact here that that Cancer is a cardinal sign, okay? First of all, so the last cardinal sign we had was Aries. So the cardinal signs are the signs that determined, oh, thank you, Inke. Happy birthday to you too. So cardinal signs are the signs that determine the beginning of the seasons, right? So we have Aries for spring, Cancer for summer, Libra for autumn, and Capricorn for winter. So cardinal signs always follow a mutable sign season, okay? They always, after a mutable season, in our case it was Gemini, after a mutable season comes a cardinal. Now, this is not, obviously nothing happens by chance, right? There's always a reason for things, always a reason, always the laws of the universe and all these sort of things, right? So mutable seasons allow us to be flexible, okay? Mutable seasons allow us to explore, to experiment, allow us to be curious, yeah? The mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, okay? In many different ways, they promote curiosity, they promote experimenting, they promote flexibility, right? Changing our minds, you know, not having to necessarily commit to anything. And after those mutable seasons, always comes the cardinal sign, always comes the cardinal season. Cardinals are determining the beginnings of the seasons, so summer, winter, autumn, and spring, and therefore they're considered the ones with leading energy, right? So the natural leaders. And so after these mutable seasons, a cardinal energy allows us to gain clarity and to take action. So if mutable signs, if mutable seasons, like what we just had with Gemini, wanted us to explore, Cancer's like, okay, so you've explored, now it's time to take action. You've explored, you've gained some clarity, now you probably have a better idea of what you like, of what you don't like, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Now, Cancer season, we're leading energy. We are here to take action and to make some serious changes and commitments. Okay, so these 4 seasons, they're always quite strong in that sense, because it can bring a lot of change. It's not that the other seasons are not strong, because the reason why we can make changes in these seasons is because we've experienced the previous seasons, right? But we can feel them a little bit more because maybe the changes manifest in the physical world a little bit more, right? If that makes sense. Now, Cancer, sign of the home, sign of foundations, sign of emotions, intuition, nurture, is the mother of the zodiac. It's connected to childhood, it's connected to the past. It is also connected to security and safety. It's represented by the crab. And the crab has a very, very hard shell, very hard exterior, but inside it's very soft, right? And that's what it needs. It's protecting a very, very soft inner world, right? So we need it's also an animal that carries its own home, right? Because the little shell, it's the home, and it also does not walk straight. Okay, Cancerians are not logical in the way that they take action. Okay, Cancerians here, back me up. Okay, we don't make sense to a lot of people. Okay, you guys, we don't make sense to a lot of people, because what seems logical for a lot of people that you would move in a certain way, Cancerians is like, nah, we're not gonna do it like that. We're gonna follow our intuition. We're gonna follow our feelings. We're gonna follow our intuition, and it's not gonna make sense to the rest of the world, but it's fine for us. We are just gonna go with that. Okay, there we go. So it's intuition and emotion that is going to be the leading force of this season. Okay, so get out of your head. Yeah, get out of your head right now and drop down into your heart, into your body. Feel it all. Okay, feel it all, you guys. Feel it all and let yourself be led by that. And there's reasons for it. We're going to talk about it in a moment. So first of all, we said the sign of the home. Okay, when we talk about Cancer being a sign of the home, I don't want you to just think about your house. Okay, when we talk about the home for this sign, is the broader sense of the term. Okay, it's your inner home, it's your spiritual home, it's your emotional home, it's how you feel, the people that you feel most at home with, who might not actually live in your house. Does that make sense? Is the family that you choose, is where you have your sense of belonging, right? So when we talk about this is the sign of the home, and we're talking about setting foundations and creating our home this month, I want you to think about that in that broad sense. Okay, yes, of course you can rearrange your house. Okay, you can clean your house, you can move the furniture, you can decide to take a space and make it super nurturing and just change a few things so that you feel better in your actual space. That's absolutely fine. Yes, do that, because that's going to impact you emotionally as well. But I don't want you to stop at that. Okay, I don't want you to think that it's just in that sense. We are talking about the home as literally like the little crab, right? The home that we carry, the home that we carry within ourselves, right? So we also have the fourth Cancerian energy in astrology corresponds to the 4th house, which is the house of the home and early life. And it is also what that house also represents. Yes, it represents our upbringing, but it also represents all of the things that we build up throughout our life that make our home. Yeah, and that includes our subconscious, our personality, our emotions, the people that we interact with, and all that. Everything that gives us the sense of home. Okay? And also, we talked about nurture. Now, when we're in Cancerian energy and we talk about nurture, Okay, so another season of nurture, let's talk about this in this terms so you can see the difference of what I'm saying. So another season of nurture is Taurus, for example, right? Taurus ruled by Venus, beautiful season of nurture, of having that Venus kind of experience, of the luxury of giving yourself the treats and all this sort of stuff, okay? For Taurus, that nurture is beautiful, but it feeds more into that sense of luxury and sense of beauty and connection with the other things, right? When we talk about Cancerian energy and Cancer season and nurture, we're talking about your needs, okay? We're talking about your needs being met. We're talking about nurturing as a non-negotiable practice. It's not a treat when it comes to Cancer. It's not a treat. It is 100% a necessity, okay? So this month, non-negotiable self-care. Yeah, absolutely non-negotiable self-care in every single sense of the word, okay? Let me read the comments for a second. Okay, so true. Julia says, my theme this month, we gave notice on our apartment and my family and I are going on an adventure with our caravan. This is so beautiful. That's amazing. Yes, I love that. Brittany, my pa always said my grandma never made anything very easy on herself. Yes, I know. It does look like that from the outside. It does look like that. Jennifer, yes. Similar situation in my mother's family. Yes. Cindy, being a Casper, has so many confusions. Yes, I have the hard exterior and soft inside, but it has to be a logical move. Yes, absolutely. Totally get that. Beautiful. Okay. And Brittany says, I hear you. Most of the people I call family are not related to me. Exactly, right? The people who love me, who I grew up with in Colorado. Exactly that. So we want that to be the emphasis, okay? Now, it is a season, ruled by the moon. It's going to be about emotions, okay? Water sign, intuition, ruled by the moon. You guys, Cancer is the sign of emotion, okay? Full stop, is the sign of emotion. So it is time this season to not shy away from them, okay? A lot of people find emotion very uncomfortable because I feel that, and let me know if you are a person that finds emotions uncomfortable. Let me know in the chat box if you feel like talking about it, obviously. But I feel that a lot of people find emotions very uncomfortable because feeling emotions make them feel exposed, right? Make them feel uncomfortable. Feeling all of that gets overwhelming, right? But I want you to know, first of all, that as human beings, we are emotional beings. Okay, so you're not the only one feeling emotions. We are all in this together, literally. Like, we are all capable of emotions. We all feel emotions in different ways and in different, for different things. But we are feeling animals, right? We're human beings are creatures of feeling, are creatures of emotions. But I also want you to know that it is once you feel the emotions, once you allow yourself to go there, there's healing that happens in that space. You also show your vulnerability and you allow to attract the people that resonate with that so that you don't feel alone anymore in your experience. But it's only by showing it, that you can see the changes, that you can attract the right people, right? Agnieszka, yes, I don't like to talk about my emotions and I keep them to myself. And also Sandy, very uncomfortable expressing emotions. Is it okay if I ask you what makes it so uncomfortable? Is it fear? Is it a fear of vulnerability? If you feel okay answering, of course, you don't have to. I was wondering whether it's around fear, whether where does it, yeah, what is it? Yeah, if it's fear. Maybe for some people it's also fear, not necessarily of that vulnerability, but also fear of being judged. Scared of being rejected. Yeah, exactly. Iris, a fear of being judged as vulnerable, as some people do attack me if I express my feelings, right? Rejection for Sandy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Or expressing them in a wrong way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Remember that, there is always, I'm very emotional though, I'm very vocal about them. I know, Nikolai, I'm very similar in that way. For me, it's fear of being judged as weak and less than because I can't control my emotions. Okay, okay. You see, there's so much conditioning that we take from the outside, right? Where emotion is considered, sorry, where showing emotion for so many people is considered as weakness. In this respect, I have to say that I am really glad that the world is changing the way that it is, because I am seeing so much more emotional maturity and emotional intelligence amongst young people, you know, like in a way that we weren't supposed to be, you know, something that when I was young was considered a weakness. There's so much more openness around it now. And also, especially with regards to men, I know that we still have a lot of work to do for our men, and I love you guys so much and I respect you so much, because I know that we always talk about how it is hard for women, but let me tell you, I really do believe that men have it hard as well. You know, I really, really do believe that men have it very, very hard. And you know, the suicidal rate is so much higher in males, sorry, yes, in males, than it is in females. So much harder, so much higher, yeah. And that's because we have put such different standards of what it's allowed and not allowed. And I think that that's probably a conversation that's not had often enough, right? There is a great need for men's circles, yes, absolutely, yes. And especially males of color as well, Nikolaya, there you go, right? So I understand that there's a lot of conditioning around it, yeah, and it's not an easy pattern to break, but I can see that there's so much more, that we have made so much improvement around that, right? We have made so much improvement around that. So for all the males, if you are here and if you feel uncomfortable, I would really, really encourage you to research some safe spaces. There are so many male coaches out there now as well that teach a lot on, that can support, that teach a lot on emotional intelligence, that create circles like this, you know, brotherhoods and stuff like that. Like for us females, we have sisterhoods and stuff. So yeah, so I really encourage you to go down that route, because it's very, very freeing. Yeah, it's very, very freeing. Sorry, so sidetracked, but going back to the emotions, okay? So this is the season to feel them, because very often, and I think that that's probably another reason why a lot of people fear showing emotions or even feeling their own emotions, because they actually lead us to our truth. Yeah, they actually lead us to our truth. And it's not very easy to face our truth, is it? You know, realizing how you actually feel about something, it's a scary thing. Because sometimes it makes or breaks relationships, doesn't it? And if we don't feel the same about a person that we've been with for so many years, all of a sudden actually facing that feeling, facing that truth, it's going to mean that we have to do something about it, right? And that's scary. It's the action that comes after that that's quite scary as well, right? So it is not easy to face our truth. But this is why Cancer season is here as well, because Cancer season is about building that emotional safety, building that home where you can feel, where you can be in touch with your truth, yeah, without being afraid of it. We'll talk about it. Feeling those emotions, you have to know that feeling those emotions will lead you to what actually matters, okay? Regardless of how scary it may be, it will lead you to what actually matters to you. And it comes down to that, like, what are we doing in this life? What are we actually here to do? What is the meaning of this life? If the meaning of this life is just to be happy and live, we gotta face our truth. Actually, whatever the meaning of this life is, we gotta face our truth to be happy, right? And your emotions are a pathway to that truth. Yeah, a pathway to that. They're gonna show you what matters to you, what matters to you inside, not what matters on the outside, right? So feel it all. Feel it all. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. And also with regards to those feelings as well, they're going to show us what needs to be carried forward, and what needs to be released as well. And when you allow your emotions to tell you what needs to be released and you actually release it, you are freeing yourself. You are freeing yourself from so many things, right? So that's it. It can be an emotional season. Long story short, it can be an emotional season, okay? It can be an emotional season, okay? It can be a very emotional season, but I want you to consider how transformational as well this season can be, because it's the season of the subconscious. So knowing how much it impacts, if you how much it's going to impact you if you actually choose to do the work in this season. It's going to impact your subconscious straight underneath. Yeah, and that's massive transformation, massive potential for transformation. Now I want to reframe this emotion equals weakness. No, that's not like that for the Cancerian energy. Absolutely not. Emotion equals superpower. Sensitivity equals superpower. Okay, this is what it is for Cancerian energy, and I want you to face it like this this month. At least start, have a go at it. Okay, emotions equal superpower. Softness equals superpower. Okay, so when we honor, and so is vulnerability, by the way, so is vulnerability a superpower. Being able to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, is going to show you the people that are for you and the people that are not for you. It's going to give you so many answers. To show your emotions, to be vulnerable, it's going to show you the people that are actually there for you and the people that are not. So if you care about having people that care about you in your life, allow yourself to be vulnerable. And don't take it as a rejection. Take it as data gathering, literally, right? I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable, and I'm going to see how these people are going to react to my vulnerability. If they're reacting in a toxic way, you are absolutely have got your answer. You have got your answer, and then it's up to you and your responsibility to take action from there. Yes, it does feel like being naked. Absolutely. It does feel like being naked. But it will show you the people that actually care. And I think that that's a great thing to know. Wouldn't you agree? I think that that's a great thing to know. Like if we're all here about caring about our truth and our authenticity, knowing who we have around, it's a gift, right? It's a gift. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable so that we can determine who are the people that are actually safe for us, the people that can be part of our home. I think that's invaluable, right? I think that we're very lucky if we can, yes, absolutely a gift, isn't it? And now the thing is that what stops us, I think it's then the fact that, oh shoot, look, I showed my vulnerability, they reacted like that. I am surprised because I thought that they were a different person, but now that I know who they are, I can no longer have them in my life. That's, I think, what stops us. The fact that we have to change. The fact that we're like, oh, I'm going to be alone. Because if I let go of these people, even if they're toxic, if I let go of them, who am I going to be with? Who is going to be my circle? Who's going to be my home? But this is the question. Would you rather be alone or surrounded by toxic people who don't care about you? Seriously. Would you rather be alone? And remember that when you free yourself from that, you might be alone for a little while as you find yourself, because when you release these people, when you release what doesn't serve you, you might be alone for a little while. That's okay, but this is a period for your own self-discovery. You don't necessarily need to have many people around you for that, right? It's your period of self-discovery. The more you come home to yourself, right, the more you will find the right people around you. And that's okay. It's literally a transition. But freeing yourself from what's toxic will generate the space that you need to attract the right people in your life. It's one of those like initiation things, right? It's like this rite of passage type thing. Think about that, right? Life is giving you the answers about who these people are that are around you. And the rite of passage is having the courage and making the decision to distance yourself from that, choosing yourself, like, you know, your honor, yourself, honoring yourself, honoring your truth, honoring your authenticity, and choosing, like, you know what, I'd rather be alone than surrounded by something that's not authentic and that's not true, and I'll be alone. That's okay. Life will reward you. Life will absolutely reward you for that. Okay? Life will reward you for that. Okay. So, we are honoring another reason. Okay, so to sum this up, honoring your inner world and honoring your truth and honoring your emotions will allow you to create the outer world that you want. Have that tattooed over here this month, okay? Honoring your inner world and your emotions will allow you to create the outer world that you desire. Simple as that, okay? At least to the 95%. Okay, at least to the 95%, because it's all coming from the subconscious. So when we honor what's in here, we create the outer world that we want. Because you guys, don't be, I hope you're not under the impression that we don't have any say in the life that we create, okay? We absolutely create all of it. Okay, it is we create all of it, whether we're conscious of it or not, two different things, but we absolutely create all of it. So we have so much creation power that it's our responsibility to understand what is going on underneath, what is going on in the subconscious, what is going on in our home, so that the conscious part of our life can reflect what we actually want, because we're creating regardless. Okay, whether we're healed or not, we're creating our life experience regardless. Okay, so we better have a look and tidy it up and face what we need to face, so that then the outer world reflects that. Okay, let me sneak in. Hello, Jessica. Hi. Let me have a look at the chart for a second. Okay. Never been able to shy away from my emotions, Brittany says. I'm ruled by my emotions. I'm naturally an empath. Yes, my mum always says I wear my heart on my sleeve. Oh, and that I cry. Whoop, I lost you. And that I cry at the drop of a hat. But people don't always like to hear or see all my emotions. And that's okay, you know. That sometimes it's too emotional at times, but crying isn't easy on me, because when I do cry, it brings on my migraines. Oh, bless you, Brittany. Yes, I cry a lot as well. I really cry a lot as well, and I know that it's very tiring sometimes, and it's maybe I don't know. I know that obviously you know yourself really well, but crying also shifts energy a lot. You know, when we cry, we're releasing a lot of energy. So it, even if it does bring on the migraines, I do also think that it does you good as well. But obviously, we don't want you to have any migraines as well. So without emotions, life would be dull. Yes, it's so true. Yes, exactly. Yes, spent somewhere around 2 decades trying to hide how I felt, and part way through it led to becoming depressed. Yeah, 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 yeah. Love says weak, exposes me to being taken advantage of, vulnerable, not strong enough, rejection. Oh, this is why it's hard to express emotions. Yeah, very like a suit of an armor at times. Yes, I find it hard to reach out to express it in a reactionary way, as opposed to acknowledge my fears. Strangely enough, have been doing a few new meditations over the last few days, chanting and working on my heart chakra, and have started crying a lot. Oh, that's beautiful. It feels very cathartic. Oh, that's beautiful. You're releasing love. You're releasing. Even put this in the chat, feels extremely uncomfortable, but I see as part of my journey to healing my heart. Absolutely. And do you know what, love? Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for allowing yourself to feel vulnerable, because, and I also pretty sure that you have so many people resonating with what you just said. Yeah, this is how we get to not feel alone, right? We allow ourselves to be vulnerable, and we find that we're not alone in our experience. There are so many people that completely resonate with what you just said. Yeah, and also, if showing your emotions allows you to expose yourself, that's due to the life experiences you might have had. And that's another thing that you can address and heal, right? There's more layers to peel. I'm glad that the meditations are working and the chanting is working. That's beautiful. Jennifer, I'm glad that it helps. I'm glad that it helps. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. Brittany says you can't know who loves you if you don't show people who you really are. Yes, but it's not easy. Yes, that's very true. Yeah. Yeah. Francesca says, what about the people who have a history of abuse and whose perception is skewed to start with? Yes, I totally agree with you, because that was me for a very long time. Totally agree. I think that it's just about showing up for what needs to be healed. I think it's showing up for what needs to be healed. It's about taking responsibility. No, I really want to make the, when I say that we create our life, please don't think that I'm saying it's your fault for what happened to you, because that's not what I'm saying. And I feel that people misinterpret this and it prevents them from doing the work. Okay? What happened to you is not your fault. But we do create our life, right? So here's how it works. So something happens to us and it changes us in certain ways, right? And we grow up with certain beliefs and certain behaviors. And that means that it attracts certain experiences to us, okay? Even though we're not doing that consciously. It's simply a result of what we experienced, okay? So it's not our fault. What happens though is that we have a responsibility. So if we find ourselves in a state where we are not happy with what we have and the life that we're experiencing, that's the responsibility I'm talking about. Okay, if we're not happy, we need to understand that the reason why we're not happy is because we have not healed ourselves. We have not taken the responsibility to heal ourselves, and therefore we keep creating the same experience because we have not addressed or taken responsibility for what needs to be addressed. Does that make sense? So it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility what we do with it. Yeah? We have the way out as well. Yes, Francesca, 100%. I feel like Nikolai is... Nikolai says, we aren't responsible for the actions that were taken against us, but we are responsible for how we heal ourselves. There you go. Exactly that. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So now, so you get the energy about this season, okay? This is what it's about. It's essentially like face it, okay? This is what Cancerian energy is about. It's like face your emotions, because once you really do face them, then that's how you change your life, right? When you face the demons, when you face what's in their subconscious, when you face what's underneath, then you change the life on the outside, okay? There's another thing about Cancerian energy that I want to talk about. And it's connected to the tarot card that represents Cancerian energy, which is the Chariot. Yeah. KP says, when we have healed about already, but still attract abusers or aggressive people, what should we do? I believe that if that's the case, KP, I think that there's still some things that we have to address. I think that there's maybe like something that we have not seen yet. You know, something that we've not seen yet. And so I think that if we still find these people around us, I would turn it around. Like I usually, mind you, KP, I am of the belief that if our intention in this life is to keep growing, there's always going to be a layer to peel. Yeah. So we might have healed ourselves to a certain point, but then if we have the ambition to keep growing, then there's got to be more layers. There's got to be more layers, right? So I think if we have gone on a healing journey and we feel good about the progress that we've made, that's great, right? But if we're still attracting certain people, then I would be like, oh, okay. I would take that as a little like flag and be like, oh, what have I not addressed yet? You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I've done this journey. Can I look at it from a different way? What is it that I've not addressed? Because these are not the people that I want, you know? So, yes, exactly. Right? Francesca is like peeling the onion. Has touched my heart. Love says, has touched my heart. Just listening to these lives over the last few months. Oh, beautiful. Oh, bless you, love. I'm so happy for you. It's our response or action that may need to be adjusted as well. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Okay. I'm tired of it. I know it's tiring, isn't it? Oh, you can do some energy work with that for sure. I always feel like, you know what, that was part of my journey as well, KP, for example. Once the cognitive stuff was done, I had to move on to the spiritual and energetic stuff, because there were simply some things that I could not address with my mind. Like, I could not address it with my rational mind, and it needed to be from a spiritual and energetic point of view. Absolutely. Yes, I totally agree with that. Okay, so I want to move to the Chariot energy. Okay, Chariot energy. This is the card that represents Cancerian energy. This is the powerhouse. This is what I'm talking about when I say cardinal energy. Okay, when I say cardinal energy, this is it. So this is energy of true victory. Okay, the Chariot is a beautiful card to get in a reading. It's victory. Okay, it's true victory. But now, what does it tell us about victory? It tells us that it's achieved through commitment and determination. Commitment and determination. It's the marriage. This card is the marriage of intuition and willpower. That's what it is. That's why it's the powerhouse, right? And that's exactly what Cancerian energy is. It's allowing our intuition, marrying our intuition with the determination to build ourselves the best home that we can build. Marrying these two things together is a freaking powerhouse, you guys. Yeah, and it absolutely changes your life. Okay, intuition, willpower, boom. Okay, everything changes. Everything changes. So this is the cardinal energy that I'm talking about. Okay, this card is also about staying in alignment with your truth and persevering, even if it feels chaotic. That's what true alignment is. Even if it feels chaotic, not resistant. Resistance is a different thing. Even if it feels chaotic, like things are all over the place, but you have yourself. You have yourself because you've built yourself that strong emotional home. And so you've got yourself from the inside, and you're like, you know what? There's so many variants. There's so many variables around me. I know nothing. I know nothing about what's going to happen. I know nothing about the people around me, but I know that this is my truth and I am aligned with it, and I'm just going to keep going. Okay, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. Staying in alignment with yourself, with your path, with your truth, even when it feels chaotic. Okay? So, what we want to do this season is to have the courage, please have the courage to truly come home to yourself. It's the best gift that you can give yourself. Okay? Have the courage to truly come home to yourself. Yeah? Now, we're going to have a look at how to harness this energy, that it's so powerful but also a little bit intimidating and all of that, right? So, number one, I think this is like obvious. Look after your inner world. Okay, the number one thing. Oh, beautiful, Sadie. No worries, no worries. What does that mean and look like to come home to yourself? Stephen, what a great question. What does it mean to you? How do you envision that? If I say to you, what would it feel like? What is it for you to come home to yourself? What does that mean? What do you sense about that feeling of home within yourself? Answer it for yourself. See what comes up for you. Okay. So, looking after your inner world. So this means being really honest about how you feel. Yeah, being really honest about how you feel and not self-edit. Okay? We can self-edit so much. Sometimes for fear, sometimes for people pleasing. This is a season to just look inside and be like, you know what? I accept you. I accept you. Remember, Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Yeah? Is the unconditional loving mother. And so it's like, you know what? Whatever, even if I see the mess, it's fine. I accept you. I accept you. You guys, we've got nobody else other than ourselves, yeah? We've got nobody else other than ourselves. Remember that. Journal your feelings. If you find yourself that you're confused and a little bit lost, Stephen was saying you're saying that you're lost. Try journaling things. Try some automatic writing. Just allow yourself to just simply express without judgment, without an agenda. Just like pick up a journal or a piece of paper and just write about how you feel, and that's it, with nothing. With no goal, right? Just simply to get your emotions and your feelings to come out. Yeah. Cry, because crying, another thing that crying does, it moves the feelings. Yeah. So if there are any super criers here like me, I cry because I simply cannot hold it inside. So a lot of people make fun of me because I cry a lot. I honestly don't care, because I've gotten to the point that I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather it be tears than keep that inside and it give me an illness in 20 years. I don't care. I'd rather cry every day. Seriously. I'd rather cry every day and move that stuff out of my body than have it as a chronic illness in 20 years time. Honestly. I'd rather that. Okay. So if you cry, you feel it, move it through your body. Okay. You feel it, move it through your body, and you allow it to release yourself. Think about it, that everything that you energetically hold it inside, everything that you energetically hold inside, it's going to affect you. It might not affect you necessarily today. Some of the things, yes, it might not affect you today, but it does cause chronic illnesses. A lot of them. It causes disease. A lot of them. So we want to work on prevention here. Yeah, think about crying as a preventative measure. Think about it that way. I'm crying now because I am preventing myself to getting all the diseases when I'm older. Okay, this is how I see it. At least this is how I see it. So when you cry it, you can feel, you can tap the emotion through you, right? You can tap the emotion through you and let it come out of yourself, right? And also remember that emotional release is part of spiritual hygiene as well, because it's a lot of energy, right? It's a lot of energy. Okay, number 2, how to harness this energy. You want to make your space sacred. You want to make your space, your home, sacred. So we're talking now about your physical home. So cleanse it, rearrange it. With regards to your physical home. With your emotional home, have boundaries. Think about the people that are sucking away your energy and they are not allowing you to be yourself when you're with them. Cleanse. Okay? Cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to go through life like that. Not being at your most authentic with people that are criticizing you and are not allowing you to be yourself. Nonsense. You were born to be yourself. You were born to live your truth. You were born to be your most authentic. If there is anybody in your life that doesn't want you to do that, kick them out. Literally kick them out. It's so not worth it. It is so not worth it. Okay? Not worth it. So, cleanse your physical space. Create maybe a nice space for yourself where you feel like it's like nice and nurturing and stuff, but also have boundaries for your emotional space. Yeah, who's allowed in, who's not allowed in. Also connect. Connect, connect, connect. If there is anyone that you feel that you can be yourself with, even if it's just one person, please connect with them and nurture that relationship. If you don't have anyone in your everyday life, connect on here and find the people that you can be yourself with. Even just coming to a live like this, if you feel like you can be yourself here and it is healing, this is also a form of connection. You're nurturing yourself by being here. Okay, so if you're looking at the chat, connect with each other. If you're looking at the chat and somebody is talking about something that deeply resonates with you and you feel alone because you can't talk to anybody else, connect. Create something from this, okay? Give space to everything that makes you feel like you can be yourself and that makes you feel at home. It gives you a sense of home, okay? Do that. Another thing that we want to do, which we're going to do tomorrow actually, without giving any spoilers, reflect on your past, okay? Reflect on your past. Because remember that everything that is in our subconscious today comes from the past. It is not you today that is determining the life that you're living today. Does that make sense? So this is why I love when I absolutely love Joe Dispenza. He always talks about bringing the subconscious into the conscious, right? Because the life that you're living today is dictated by the beliefs that were put in your subconscious a while ago. Be it childhood, be it an experience that you had a while ago, whatever it is, right? So this is why it's important to start now, because today will be your past tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, today will be your past. And whatever happens today, whatever experience you had today has gone into your subconscious and created a program. This is why it's important that you become conscious today of everything that you do, because today is going to be your past. And it's going to determine what goes in your subconscious, which dictates 95% of your life. So if today you're very conscious about the work that you do in your subconscious, tomorrow you're literally setting yourself up for success so that your present day can be the most peaceful, can be your dream life. If you want your present day to be your dream life, you need to work on that. You need to work on your present day, because your present day will be the past tomorrow. Do you understand that, right? So we gotta look at our past during this season, especially because it's the mother of the zodiac. So we definitely want to look at childhood. Yeah, we're going to make sure that our inner child is okay. We want to ask our inner child if they have anything to share with us, anything that we need to address, anything that comes from our past. Think of all the things. We're going to do this tomorrow. We're going to do this tomorrow in the moon ceremony. But yes, think about the past. Reflect on the past. And then finally, spend some time near water. Okay, beautiful water season, the first water season of the year, of the astrological year at least. So spend time near water, okay? If you can do, I have a beautiful shower meditation. If you feel like doing some emotional healing and using the power of the water in this season, that's a beautiful one to do. Yeah, it's one of my free meditations. Have that, try it in the shower, cleanse yourself, cleanse your emotions, and let it all go. Let the water wash it away. Yeah, you can also go somewhere near a body of water, near a river or the sea or a lake, whatever it is, and just allow the water to bring you insights, to cleanse you, bring you insights, bring you reflections and all of that. Okay, I'm not looking so much at the chat, you guys, sorry, simply because conscious of time and I want to give you all of the info because we've got a few more things to go through. Okay, so this is how we harness the energy. Now let's talk about these planetary transits now. Okay, let's talk about the planetary transits that we are seeing in this season, because you guys, we've got 3 retrogrades. Okay, I know I don't want to be a party pooper, but hey, we got 3 retrogrades, but they're not bad. I never think that retrogrades are bad, by the way. It's just the energy feels a little bit different. So let's talk about that for a moment. Okay, let's talk about that. So first of all, before we talk about the retrogrades, let's talk about July 7th. July 7th, Uranus is going to enter the sign of Gemini. Okay, now this is going to bring, Uranus is the planet of change. Yeah, this is going to, in the sign of Gemini, Uranus is going to bring big changes and big shifts in the way that we think. Okay, big changes and big shifts in the way that we think, in the way that we communicate. We're going to have a mental awakening. I want to mention this transit because this is the season of emotional awakening, right? This is the season of the subconscious. These two are going to be combined. So we have a huge potential this month for massive transformation. Yeah, because we're addressing the emotions, we are addressing the truth inside, and then Uranus, here it comes and travels into the sign of Gemini, bringing all of these awakenings of the mind as well. So we're going to create that balance, right? Isn't that nice for once? So here we go. So mental awakenings, big realizations. You're going to actually feel the urge to break free from all the limiting beliefs. So it is a very supportive transit for the work that we're going to be doing this month, addressing the emotions and addressing the subconscious. Because with Uranus's influence being in Gemini, even if you were scared to address the emotions, Uranus is going to give you that urgency. It's going to be like, oh, come on. Now I can't live like this anymore, right? I need to change. I need to shift something. It's going to give you that little fire, that you need, that little encouragement that you need. So follow your inspiration, okay? If you feel inspired to change something, if you feel inspired to, with some big realizations that you're having, follow that, okay? Follow that. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly. What have you got to lose? Exactly. Thank you for your donation, Jen. So now let's go into the retrogrades, okay? So the first retrograde is coming on the 4th of July, and is Neptune in retrograde. So now Neptune is the planet of spirituality, of illusions, mysticism. It can bring, it brings us that like dream state kind of thing, Now, when Neptune is in retrograde, it means that its power is a little bit like reversed in a way, which means that it's not actually that bad because it's going to give us clarity, right? So with the retrograde, this pressure of the illusions is gonna have a foot off the gas, and so it's gonna give us a bit more clarity, right? A bit more clarity. Instead of having the lenses of the disillusionment, we can have really precise spiritual downloads during this time, okay? So absolutely trust your intuition even more because it's happening in Cancer season, okay? So far, Uranus in Gemini giving us that push to create change and to get rid of the limiting beliefs, which, by the way, where are limiting beliefs created? In the past, okay? So we're gonna have that, but also we're gonna be given more clarity when it comes to our spiritual downloads and our intuition, right? And what a beautiful season to have that clarity, right? Also, Saturn is gonna go into retrograde on July 13th. This is a reality check, okay? Look at this. I want you to observe all of these little steps that are happening. Observe the steps that are happening, right? Season of emotions, facing your truth, facing, creating the home inside, yeah? Uranus in Gemini, realizations, letting go of limiting beliefs. Before that, Neptune in retrograde, clarity, clear downloads. Saturn, reality check. Am I actually building something sustainable? Or is there something that I need to get rid of here? What are the systems and structures that are supporting this new home that I'm creating for myself, and what aren't? The reality check is going to come with Saturn in retrograde, and he's going to bring those things up to be very evident. Yeah. So it's going to be a time to make some adjustments there. Okay. Yes, purging as well. So it's going to be a time where we're going to revisit things, revisit goals. Is this actually, think about it, the life that you want to live, is this thing going to help it or not? Whatever the thing is, right? Okay. And in that time from July 13th, we're going to go back to the why we do things. Okay? It's not about the how, you guys. It's never about the how. It's always about the why. It's always about the why we do something, because the why drives us. Yeah? So when Saturn is going to go in retrograde, we're going to ask ourselves, why am I doing this? Actually, I had lost track of it. So we're going to be reconnected with that. And then July 18th, Mercury goes in retrograde. And when Mercury goes in retrograde, we're all foot off the gas for sure for all of us. So it's time to slow down. Slow down. Why? Because when Mercury is in retrograde, shifts can happen very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay? Shifts can happen so quickly. So we need to be able to flow. That things get a little bit unpredictable when Mercury is in retrograde. But if we do the work that we need to do this month and give ourselves the emotional security, the emotional stability inside of ourselves, Mercury retrograde is not going to leave us completely lost. Okay, because we have ourselves. When we have ourselves, you guys, it doesn't really matter what happens in the outside world. It really doesn't. It doesn't really affect you. When we have ourselves, it's not really important. So here we go. So Mercury retrograde is going to, again, ask the question, what is in alignment, what is not? Yeah? So observe. Time for observing Mercury retrograde. Quick shifts, time for observing, slow down. Okay? And then we have the moons. One of them is tomorrow. New moon in Cancer. We're going to have our new moon ceremony at 6:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow. And then we have a full moon in Capricorn. So we have a new moon in the mama of the zodiac and a full moon in the father of the zodiac on July 10th. So tomorrow we're going to focus on building foundations. And on July 10th, with the Capricorn full moon ceremony, we're going to focus on releasing the need for external validation, which is going to really seal in the work of Cancer season. And because Cancer season is like, nope, it's you. You have to have yourself. It doesn't matter. The outside validation is nothing if you don't have yourself first. Okay? So that's the work that we're going to be doing. I'm going to give you some journal prompts. I don't want to take you too much of your time, because this is a shorter session. It's not like we do the moon ceremonies, but I'm going to put the journal prompts in there, and you can go back to them and do them. You can do them tonight. You can do them throughout Cancer season. You can just pick them up as you like. Okay? But the first question that we want to face in Cancer season is, if I were to be 100% honest about how I feel, what would I say? What would transpire? What is it that I need to see and address? Okay, so I'm going to write them here so you can copy and paste them. Okay, if I were to be 100% honest about how I feel, what would I say? What would transpire from that? And what would I need to see and address? Spelling is horrible, but there you are. Okay, there it is. As usual, the typing is not my thing. So if I were to be 100% honest about how I feel, what would I say? What would transpire from that? And then what would I need to see and address? These are really, really deep questions, you guys, yeah? Remember, always know that my questions come because every time we do a workshop that has journaling questions every time we do the tarot, the weekly tarot, every time we do the moon ceremony. I ask these questions on purpose because my goal is for you to have the most amazing transformations that you can possibly have, and to heal so that you can feel like you can be at home within yourself and be your most authentic. So yes, they're deep questions. We gotta go there though. We gotta go there. I do love you though. I ask them with the most unconditional love. So then, question number 2. What must I create to feel emotionally safe? What must I create? Oh my goodness, look at that. What must I create to feel emotionally safe? Yeah. So if we are the ones creating our life and we don't feel emotionally safe, what is it that we have to create to feel emotionally safe? Is it something that we need to address within ourselves? Is it that we need to change the circles that we are part of or the communities that we're part of? Which again, I think that if it's that, is because we also need to address something within ourselves. Because I always go back to that. It's like, oh, this is happening. What can I do about it? How is it because of me? Essentially. So what must I create to feel emotionally safe? And then just reflect on this. 3 ways that you're going to nourish yourself this month. Yeah, 3 ways I'm going to nourish myself this month. And think about it. Yeah, remember that when it comes to Cancer season, we are not seeing nurture as the treat, you know, as a little luxury, as a little nice thing that we're doing for ourselves. No, when it comes to Cancer season, nurture is that non-negotiable primary need that we gotta meet, we gotta address. Yeah. So if we think about it in this way, what is it that we want to do? 3 different ways in which we're nourishing ourselves. So let's go deep with that as well. Okay? How do we feel? Beautiful souls. Oh, Phoebe's here. Hello. Phoebe came. She's probably hungry. She's probably just waiting for me to feed her. How are we feeling? How are we doing? How are we doing? I'm sorry about the chat, you guys. I would love to read everything and go back, but I'm really conscious of time. I'm really conscious of time. Refreshed, inspired, May say. Oh, that's beautiful. Sadie, feeling good. Love the energy of this season. Yeah, me too. Inspired, motivated. Oh, that's nice. Sandy, I found my first experience with you. Wonderful. Sandy, thank you so much. Thank you. I am honored. I am honored, and it is my absolute honor to serve you. If you feel like this was useful, then come back to the new moon ceremony at the same time tomorrow. It's a little bit of a longer session, but moon ceremonies, you'll see. I'll explain a little bit at the beginning why moon ceremonies are so important, and you'll see. You'll see. If you can, you come along. We'd love to have you. Alyssa on track, beautiful. Amy feeling good. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much for your generosity, and Alyssa as well. Thank you guys for your generosity. Beautiful, Sandy. We can't wait to have you. Brittany, show up more for myself, engage in the world around me, and take charge of my life. Beautiful. Oh, amazing. Melanie, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jen feels inspired. Oh, beautiful. Let's have a mini Cancer season reading. I feel like I want to pull 3 cards for this season. Yeah. I don't have my Moonchild deck, but it's okay. We used it yesterday. I'm going to use it for all the Monday sessions. Oh, beautiful. Lorette, I'm so happy that you're enjoying them. I'm so happy that you're finding them useful. Jennifer, I am grateful for you too, my dear. Thank you. All right, let's do it quickly without taking too much time from your day. Let's see. So, Spirit, For our highest and best good, what do we need to know about Cancer season? For everyone connected now, everyone watching the replay, what do we need to know for our highest and best good? What do we need to know about Cancer season? Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. What we were just talking about. What is it that we were just talking about? Reflecting on the people that you have around you, okay? Address the people that you have around you, the communities that you're part of. Are they making you feel your most authentic? Can you be yourself with them? Okay? Can you be yourself? You're gonna have, it's a cardinal season. With cardinal season, we actually got the Queen of Swords yesterday as well in the reading. Cardinal season brings clarity, okay? Keep going, keep digging, okay? You will get to the bottom of why you're feeling the way that you do, okay? You will get to the bottom of that. You will get to the bottom of that, absolutely. And whatever needs to be kicked out of the way, Seven of Wands. It's a season to kick stuff out of the way. Whatever doesn't serve you, whatever doesn't allow you to be at home within yourself, whatever doesn't allow you to be your most authentic, to honor your truth, needs to be kicked out. Okay? So a season of clarity, a season of reflection about the people that we have around us and the communities that we're part of, and whatever doesn't work, out. Okay, we're kicking those things out. And there's some of those things that are going to be insistent. Okay, let me tell you, some of those things are going to be like, you can't do this to me. Who do you think you are? I don't like that you're changing. When that's it. That's how you know. I don't like this version of you. I don't like that you're changing. Okay. Read between the lines, yeah? If you don't like that I'm changing, okay? That's how you know when people support you or not. Okay, that's how you know. So, reflecting on the communities, clarity, kick out whatever doesn't serve you. Okay, and I have more for you tomorrow. I've already prepared tomorrow's new moon ceremony, so I can't wait to see you. We're gonna touch a bit more on the concept of home specifically, and why is it important. And we're gonna do some exercises around that. Yes. Brittany, Gloria, thank you for, oh bless you. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for accepting me, Brittany. I am only here, I am here for 2 years because I feel like I can be my most authentic with you, Glow Nation. And I love you so much for that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you weren't the people that you are, can I just say that if you weren't the people that you are, allowing me to be myself, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing 3 lives a week. Okay? If I do it, is because I feel valued and I feel appreciated and I feel like you're my tribe, okay? I want this experience that I'm having right here, the way that I feel with you guys, I want you to have it in your life as well, okay? I have literally 3 friends. I'm not even kidding. 4, sorry. I have literally 4 friends. That's it, okay? 4 friends that I have cultivated in the past 5 years. This is it. Okay, that's how my life has changed. And I have you. This is it. And my partner, but that's a different story. Okay, this is what I have. And I am here and I love being here and I love my partner and I love my friends because I found the people that I can be my most authentic with. This is the experience that I want for you. Yeah, so find this for you in your life as well. Okay, I love you so much, Glow Nation. Thank you so much for giving me so much love all the time, for accepting me, for accepting a girl with a dream that talks a lot, especially with her hands. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for accepting me the way that you do. I love you so much, Glow Nation. You're, as always, one of the brightest lights in my life. I am incredibly grateful. I shall see you tomorrow, my darlings. I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Agnieszka, Sadie, Melanie, Anna, Sandy, Jen. Thank you. Everybody who has been here for a while and everybody who is just new today. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, you guys. Mwah. Bye. Bye, Inke. Bye, Brittany. Love you lots. Bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.